verse number 5.
Every word of God is pure.
Every word of God is pure.
He is a shield to them that put their trust
And
in
he
him.
is a shield to them. A shield. Someone say shield. He is a shield to them that put their trust in him. The question is, how many of you trust God? You trust God. The next answer is, how do you know you trust God? Because most of us that will talk about trusting God will say, I trust him because he has done X, Y, Z, and that's good. But that's not the God kind of trust. Because the God kind of trust is sticking with him when he didn't do nothing. And praising him when he has done everything possibly to stop you from feeling good. And then he's got the audacity to look you in your face and talk to you like this. All things work together for the good. I just lost somebody that I love. And you, instead of coming comforting me, you're going to stand in my face and say, it's for my good. God, who do you think you are? He said, I'm God. And I'm making you the way I want to make you. And you are going to be made the way I want to make you. And I'll use grief. I'll use storm. I'll use accusation. I'll use criticism. I'll use whatever I need to use. But at the end of the day, you're going to have an expected end. Oh, look at somebody and say, you're going to come out on top of this thing. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, see that old sanctified thing. Oh, God. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Because, see, I'm telling you, I always like what God does. I always like what God does. Just like you hang out with folks, you don't always like what they do, but they don't know it. So they think you cool with them. And they telling somebody else, I really don't care that much for her, but, we kind of cool. She's still cool, blah, 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 blah. See, and that's your relationship. But when I don't like something that God does, he knows it. He knows my thoughts. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. Yeah. He knows my thoughts. And so when he does something that I don't like, even if I don't say it to him, he start talking to me without me even talking to him. He open up his mouth and say, now, why'd you do that? And you be by yourself saying, Because I know that many of you in this room actually think that God don't talk to you because you've been taught that he talks like Charleston Heston in the Color Purple. 10 Commandments. It's the 10 Commandments. Well, who's God talking in the Color Purple? What you did to me, that ain't God. And somebody told you don't have the right to be angry with God. You don't have to, Well, let me tell you something. God made you and developed you with the ability to be angry. And he's bad enough. He's not insulted. In fact, he want to hear what you got to say. Because it ain't going to change how he going to do it. Turn to your neighbor and say, because he already did it. And while you're talking, he just looks at your end and say, she'll shut up in a few more days. When they get to the end of this and figure out that I worked it out for them just like this, you're going to come back and say, Lord, I am so sorry. Any way you bless me, Lord, I will be satisfied. Lying again. You wouldn't have been in that mess if you didn't tell God that prayer in the first place. Lord, any way you want to do it, I'm with you, God. And God says, tree, fall on that house. And you come down and say, why, God? Why? Because you said, any way I feel like doing it. A lot of times God don't talk to us because he don't want to hear what we got to say. Because he know what time it is. He know exactly what we're going to say, so he don't even want to hear what he got to say. So he just shuts himself down. Sits there right there. You be talking to him, he's sitting there just like those folks do when their babies be crying in church. Sitting like that. Baby screaming and hollering, tearing up the whole thing, walking around. And they said, yeah, I need deliverance too, I know.